Hey there, David from the Body Shapers, and this is a fantastic topic for a young male to talk about, but let's talk a little bit about menstrual cycle and hormones and how that's actually affecting maybe your body, the results that you're trying to get with workouts, with healthy eating, and what that really means for you. Because I get a lot of women ask me, should I be eating more carbs, less carbs? When I do this, I gain weight, and when I do this, I lose weight, and I can't put it together sometimes. And this stuff is very, very useful for trying to understand a little bit about that. Let's break it down very quickly. Essentially, menstrual cycle. Most people say it's about 28 days. It varies woman to woman, but really 28 days. Let's break it into 4 weeks because it's 28 days, 4-week blocks. There's 2 phases. You've got this first phase here, which is a follicular cycle. Don't really know the name. You've got the luteal phase, which is the second one here. In this first one, typically in this first 2 weeks, pre-ovulation, follicular phase, women feel better, can train a bit harder and get better results. Now the other thing here is generally women are more insulin sensitive here. So what that means is you do better handling carbs in that first 2-week period. Your body processes them better, and so you're less likely to store fat, more likely to use it for muscle to train harder. And this little period here at the end, this hormone is actually estrogen. For E, this patch here is when typically women can train the hardest, they're feeling the best, and you'll probably use those carbs, hit some PBs with your training or do better and feel better. This other hormone, however, is P for progesterone, and this is called the luteal phase. In this second phase, progesterone takes over, and this is typically when women become more insulin resistant, which means not so good with the carbs. So again, this is where the confusion can come in when people go, oh, but I dropped my carbs and I lost all this weight. It can depend on what time we are at in our cycle, whether our bodies was gonna do well or worse with them versus just I always do bad with carbs or I always do well. This stuff is important to understand and it's not that complicated. Now, the other side of this stuff is this cycle comes with a lot of water retention and 2 little phases of water retention. There's one at the end of this luteal phase about here, where you're gonna retain water. And this is also where, of course, good old PMS occurs. So there's water retention there. And there's actually another one just here at the end of week 1 or leading into the sort of week 2, where again, water retention is higher. So what that means and what you need to be careful of as a woman is not weighing yourself too often and getting confused or concerned by the weight, because it can just be a matter of water retention. And when you weigh yourself in this cycle, what's actually happening? You're not actually losing fat and gaining muscle, things like that quickly. It's just your water fluctuating. And that can be really just freeing. So I've had so many women come to me and say that they get frustrated because the weight goes up and then down, and then they lose a bit, gain a bit, lose a bit, gain a bit. And when you understand a lot of it's not actually fat, it's just your water and things going back and forwards, you can just take a bit of a better attitude to it, not get so caught up in it, and that will help you be more consistent, keep a better mindset, stay with it, and that will ultimately help people get the best results with their body. So I think it's really important to understand that and just know that sometimes you handle carbs better, sometimes worse. Okay, this is where we could customize nutrition and could do that with people, and also the water retention side of things and how that comes into it. Hope that helps you understand your hormones, understand your menstrual cycle, understand what's going on with your body, and I will talk to you next time.